Guys, welcome to Black Scout Survival. And today's video is probably going to be one of the most serious videos that I've ever done. And the reason why is because everything we battle about and everything we think about every day, the problems, the left versus right, and all that stuff is small scale to what I'm going to talk about today. And look, I know a lot of people hear the letters AI and they instantly think Antichrist, Skynet, Mark of the Beast, kill switch for humanity. And brother, I get it. I've said the same damn thing myself. But here's the truth none of the pundits want to admit. AI isn't something you can opt out of now. It's something you cannot opt out of right now. It's something that you already live under. And pretending we can stop it is like pretending you can ban gravity. We are in a global arms race, not for missiles, not for oil, not for land, but for who controls the thinking machines that will govern every part of our civilization, whether we like it or not. And that's the scary part, because it will govern every part of our civilization. We are living in an era like no one before us in history. The biggest problem with this is China isn't slowing down. Russia isn't slowing down. The EU is not slowing down. So if America says, hey, man, let's pump the brakes because this feels spooky, we lose the war before it starts. And then if we lose that war, where does that place us as Americans? Do we get wiped out, taken over? To me, it's almost the inevitable. It shows you the darkness of where we're going. Like, no matter what, as the Bible says, we're coming to a point in time. And that is where we're at. And that's why it's so serious. And look, before I go any further, I want to make one thing absolutely clear so nobody gets it twisted. I am not pro AI. I am not cheering this thing on. I am not here saying, yeah, man, let's hand our entire future to the nerd gods of Silicon Valley. No, AI is dangerous. AI is unpredictable. AI has already been used against us, against conservatives, against dissidents, against Christians, against anyone who refuses to kneel to the machine. But here's the hard truth that nobody wants to admit. The threat doesn't go away because you don't like it. The threat doesn't stop because you wish it would. The threat doesn't go away because you're losing your job to AI. And the threat sure as hell doesn't wait for Americans to make up their minds. AI is coming, whether we want it or not. China is building it. Russia's building it. The intelligence agencies are building it. And big tech has already woven it into every corner of our lives without permission. So the real question isn't, do you support AI? The real question is, do you want America to have fighting chance when the rest of the world is sprinting toward this weapon at full speed? And again, me saying this isn't pro AI. This is what you call situational awareness, using a warfighter mindset. It's the same logic as firearms. The bad guys don't disarm. So if you disarm, you lose the moment the fight starts. It's sad, but we've been placed in this position that we have no other alternative. AI is the same thing. I don't trust it. I don't like it. But pretending it isn't happening, that will kill our nation. So understand this video through the right lens. I'm not celebrating AI. I'm warning you of what's coming. I'm warning you that no matter what, it's coming and you can't stop it. And especially that America can't be, or better not be, the country walking into the storm blind. Right? Going back again to the firearms. Everyone freaks out saying AI is dangerous. It could hurt people. Yeah, it can. And it probably will. So can a firearm, depending on who's holding it. A weapon is neutral. A tool is neutral. The danger is who controls it. You don't stop crime by banning guns. You make crime worse, actually. The same with AI. If we ban or freeze AI here, we're not stopping the danger. We're handing all the power to China on a silver platter. And it's precisely what I think a lot of these legislators want to do. I really do. Now, I'm pro-America, okay? I don't want to see this governance, but we've already been living it for a year, man. The suppression you're facing on social media, videos mysteriously dropped like mine, words flagged, thumbnail suppressed. That's Google AI. Facebook has it, Meta has it. You already have been controlled by it. What news you see from the algorithms, what content gets buried, what opinions gets throttled, what gets labeled as hate speech or misinformation, what advertisers approve. So what it's doing already is giving you a narrative like MK Ultra to control. It's mind control. It's using mind control to do this, right? A lot of people say we should ban AI. Man, that ship's sailed 10 years ago. A lot of people are new to AI because they're just using it now because it's become pretty popular. But honestly, it was out, people using it about 4 years ago. Some of the, a lot of people were using it then. But the question now is who controls it and who gets controlled by it, okay? So Trump passed or is putting an executive order out today, okay? He said there must be only one rule book if we're going to continue to lead in AI. If we're beating all countries at this point in the race, but that won't last if we're going to have 50 states, many of them bad actors involved in the rules and approval process. There can be no doubt about this. AI will be destroyed in its infancy, and it will be doing one rule executive order this week. You can expect a company to get 50. You can't expect a company to get 50 approvals every time they want to do something. That will never work. Now, some people I've seen online is saying that this is removing states' rights. But I think Donald Trump, to a point, is right. I'm going to play a clip from the Fox today and them kind of discussing that.
AI saying, quote, "We're beating all countries at this point in the race, but that won't last for long. If we're going to have 50 states, many of them bad actors involved and rules in the approval process, I will be doing a one rule executive order this week. You can't expect a company to get 50 approvals every time they want to do something." This comes as states like Florida have released proposals to regulate AI.
We're going to be proposing, and we're going to work with the legislature to establish an artificial intelligence Bill of Rights for individual Floridians in our state. This will be very far-reaching with consumer protections. It will do things like fortify some of the protections we have in place for things like deep fakes. We are also going to make sure that your data is protected.
Let's bring in Kurt, the cyber guy. Okay, regulation when it comes to nefarious things like impersonating children or dead people.
Yeah, up to no good.
That is fine, but thinking you're going to regulate AI in a way to eliminate it, you're just setting yourself up for failure, right?
Here is the problem, and good morning, Lawrence. Here's the problem. We're this massive country that is innovating AI like nobody's business, and China is right there on our heels. So what the president's talking about is the ability to have just one central rule where we say, don't let 50 states come out and just cloud it all up and bog down innovation by trying to regulate this. Can you imagine if you and I were trying to invent something in AI and we had to just stop what we're doing to now answer to, say, California that comes up with rules for us that make no sense, but we have to comply if we're doing business there. Can you imagine times 50? Right. That is an invitation to allow China to get ahead of us. And we simply don't want to do that. So the president's been on this for about 2 months. We sort of knew this was coming. And so he's always had that tech bro hat on where he sees what's possible with AI. But what's really important is while we do want a balance of regulating the bad stuff, we really have got to have that path forward. And that's why having a president that's a businessman, that's why we can see, like, you know what? I mean, you can imagine when he's developing real estate, what's the biggest thing that bogs down progress? Right. It's bureaucracy. So he sees that, and we now know that in order for us to win in AI in this country and continue on, you gotta just keep the train on the tracks.
It's so true. I want to get your reaction to this because Times Magazine is going to name.
So I don't think Trump is saying AI is good. Let's embrace it. He's saying AI is here. America better be the one holding the reins, not Beijing, okay? Palo Alto. But right now, the tech world is fractured. Google is building its own. ideological AI. China's building a surveillance AI. Silicon Valley is funding a political AI. And Palantir is building a surveillance system and military AI. The war is between AI tribes. Each one wants to shape America's future. Each one wants government power. And yes, Palantir is deeply tied to this. They basically engineered the guy known as J.D. Vance as their political avatar to 2028. That is not a conspiracy. That is a power strategy. Tech wants a technocracy. They want to be the new government. They truly do. They've said it. They're not joking about that. That is not some theory. They said, Peter Thiel said, the future is technology, not the constitutional republic we live under. Trump's executive order is essentially about preventing 50 different AIs from controlling 330 million people with zero oversight, centralizing rules into pro AI. It isn't pro AI. It's pro human survival. It's pro the country's survival. Again, I've seen a lot of bad takes on this, a lot of misunderstanding. And the thing is, there's a catch here. And this is extremely important. Trump's making an executive order. A lot of people are clapping about all the DEI stuff and LGBT stuff he's done. Those are all executive orders. Those are called Band-Aids, okay? It can be undone the moment the next president comes in. And if Democrats get back in, oh, brother, they will weaponize AI like you've never seen. The same people who already labeled dissent as extremism, censored Americans through big tech, ran psychological operations during the elections, suppressed stories through algorithms and adjustments. Imagine those people controlling state-sanctioned AI. That's not a warning, man. That's the worst nightmare scenario you can imagine. This is why the fight isn't just about AI. It's about who controls the power for the next 50 years. And while America argues whether AI is good or evil, China's militarizing AI for battlefield autonomy, mapping every American through data buys, building AI to run targeted influence ops, deploying facial recognition, training AI to predict protests and civil unrest in Russia. They openly announced they want AI-driven warfare platforms. Europe is building ideological AI, basically a censorship engine with French accent. Okay. Meanwhile, in the U.S., we're fighting each other over whether ChatGPT is the Antichrist. We're distracted and they're accelerating. And let me say this plainly. We don't get to choose whether AI exists. We only get to choose whether America controls it. Another thing I'm seeing all over the internet is people saying that, bro, AI is the Antichrist. It's here. Revelation is happening. And look, I get it. AI feels supernatural. It learns, it adapts, it talks back, and half the tech bros practically want you to worship it. But here's the thing people never actually read, and this comes down to people never reading the Bible. I know people that confess to be Christians that never read the Bible, and they only go by what they're told, right? Let me give you a perfect example here. Ted Cruz the other week with Tucker Carlson.
Growing up in Sunday school, I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. And from my perspective, I want to be on the blessing side of things.
Of those who bless the government of Israel?
Those who bless Israel is what it says. It doesn't say the government of it, it says the nation of Israel. So that's in the Bible. As a Christian, I believe that.
Where is that?
I can find it to you. I don't have the scripture off the tip of my...
We see he's already failing. Don't know where it is. He's just quoting something he believes is in the Bible.
You pull out the phone and use the Google.
It's in Genesis. So you're quoting a Bible phrase. You don't have context for it and you don't know where in the Bible it is, but that's like your theology? I'm confused. What does that even mean?
Tucker.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is because on my video Sunday night, people were saying that I was wrong and they were saying exactly what Ted Cruz said. That's why I know these people had never read the Bible before.
I'm a Christian. I want to know what you're talking about.
Okay. Where does my support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two,
hold on.
I'm not holding on.
Hold on. You're a senator, and now you're throwing out theology, and I am a Christian, and I am allowed to weigh in on this. We are commanded as Christians to support the government of Israel?
We are commanded to support Israel. And what
does that mean, Israel?
We're told those who bless Israel will be blessed.
But hold on. Define Israel. This is important. Are you kidding? this is a majority Christian country.
Define Israel. Could
So we can keep going on with that, but here's a picture from my Bible this morning. I have two. One is a NASB, NASB, or ESV. It's Genesis 12:3 is the verse he's talking about. He says, "And I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth will be blessed." And this, he was speaking to Abraham. The other version, "I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." So Abraham went, and the Lord told him. So it doesn't say that. It's direct commandment to Abraham, or direct verse to Abraham. But a lot of people reference the Schofield Bible, who was written by a criminal funded by the Rothschilds. Okay, it was notes. And you've probably been in church, you've probably been told that in the church. You've been told this verse, like on the Tucker Carlson by Ted Cruz. You probably heard that. Okay, a lot of these things are propaganda built to control you, manipulate you, and these sort of things. So the Bible gives a very specific criteria for the Antichrist. AI doesn't meet them, not even close. Let's lay this out so nobody gets it twisted. The Antichrist is a person, not a system. A human political leader, a charismatic ruler, not a software stack, not a neural net, not some server farm in Utah, okay? The Antichrist speaks, rules, makes covenants, breaks covenants, and demands worship of himself. That's a dude, not an algorithm, okay? The Antichrist performs signs and wonders that deceive the nations. We're talking miracles, supernatural acts, not an autocomplete and image generation. The Antichrist rises out of geopolitical power, not Silicon Valley. He comes out of kingdoms, alliances, and nations, not from OpenAI or Google. The Antichrist has a prophet who promotes him. So it's a two-man operation, a political ruler and a false prophet pushing him. AI doesn't have a hype man. Elon Musk doesn't count. The Antichrist is destroyed by Christ himself, not by unplugging a server. Revelation is explicit. Christ returns and personally as the figure. So no, AI is not the Antichrist. Also, the Antichrist is mortally wounded, fatally wounded. He comes back to life, right? But here's the part that should scare you even more. AI can absolutely be the tool of the Antichrist. The surveillance, the censorship, the digital currency, the behavior control, the global coordination, deep fake propaganda, the monitoring of who can buy or sell. AI isn't the Antichrist. AI is the infrastructure that makes the Antichrist possible. That's why you're living in the darkest time in human history. And that's why you should be paying attention. This is why power matters. This is why regulation matters. And this is why letting hostile nations or rogue tech oligarchs control AI is a death sentence for freedom. And if you're not black-pilled after that, or if you don't start getting your heart right with Jesus Christ, then you are sleepwalking through the most prophetic moment of your life. And AI is coming whether we want it or not. It's going to take people's jobs. It's going to ruin lives. There is no stopping it. There is only controlling it or being controlled by it. People need to understand, okay? AI is a threat. The people who program it are the threat. Who do you trust more? Silicon Valley, tech nerds, China and the CCP, the DNC and their censorship machine, the Peter Thiel's, the Technocracy billionaires? I mean, we do need some kind of framework, just like DeSantis said, right? And we need to have it where 50 states aren't, 50 different dictators aren't creating their own AI platforms to surveil you. The truth is, this isn't about tech, this is about power. AI will determine future elections, future wars, future news, future currency, future policing, future religion, future national identity. It is a battlefield. And right now, we're not choosing between AI or no AI. We're choosing between American-controlled AI or America bowing to someone else's AI. Those are the only two doors we have. And listen, if you've watched everything in this video and you still think the world is business as usual, man, you're sleepwalking. You're sleepwalking. This age isn't random. It's not chaos for chaos sake. It's the feeling you get right before a storm breaks, when the sky goes dead silent, because something bigger than you is about to move. You're living in a time when every comfort you ever knew is being weaponized against you. Every distraction is engineered. Every weakness is encouraged, and every virtue is mocked. Every truth is buried until you notice that it's under layers of noise that were designed to break you. And if that doesn't shake you awake, nothing will. You can't fight this with politics. You can't fight this with outrage. You can't fight this on social media. The only man or woman who survive what's coming are the ones who rebuild themselves from the inside out, the ones who armor their minds, sharpen their spirit, and walk into the darkness with their eyes open. So again, if you're not black-pilled after this, man, you're not paying attention. If you're not tightening your circle, you're playing with fire. And if your heart is not right with God, you need to fix that right now, because no matter how advanced the tech gets, no matter how loud the world gets, no matter how dark this road gets, when everything collapses, the only thing that stands is truth and the men who refuse to kneel. It's how it is. It's coming. The Red Dawn, the Hollywood ideas that people thought was going to be, it's not going to be that way. We're already in cages. We've already been put there 50, 60, 80 years ago. It was the strategy all along. And again, you have to be prepared, man. You have to be prepared. It's what my whole mission in life has become. To make these videos, to sell you gear, to get your mindset. The books I write, everything is just coming. It's coming. That's why you got to be most prepared. And obviously, I'm trying to do some classes and so on. I want to just build the community. You know, this is why we have the gear. We have medical kits of all ranges. We got these restocked today, the wallet med kit, so you can always have with you in your purse, your man bag, whatever. I carry one. The headrest kits, we have this in black and coyote, goes on your headrest. Full med kit, I think, has multiple tourniquets and so on. Our knives, everything. The apparel is for your mindset. That's what it is. Mindset. It's like your unit patch per se. You know, we came out with the tactical team hoodies. We just got commando green and obsidian black. Those are online now. But that's what it's about, guys. It's about mindset, gear, training, knowledge, information. That's what these videos are for. Again, it's what I dedicate my life to. I could be doing anything, but this is what I do because I take it serious. I believe it is serious. Anyway, guys, we're going to stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. Most importantly, stay ready. Black Scout.